What's up, BS podcast listeners? Thank you guys for tuning into us. We were recording on this shitty, hot Memorial Day. Before we start, I would like to give my condolences to the troops that weren't able to come home. Thank you guys very much for helping establish this great land that we call home of the USA. But to start it off real quick, guys, I have a story that I kind of want you guys' opinion on because I don't know if I handled it correctly. So me and Blaine, this was probably Saturday. Me and Blaine are sitting on the couch, and he's playing his Switch. He's like, "Hey, Dad, you want to go at Fortnite?" I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck it is, but yeah, we'll give it a try." So he hands me the Switch. He goes, "Okay, if you die twice, you're done. It's my turn." I was like, "All right, son. Well, let me see what it's all about." I have it for like 35 seconds and die. He goes, "Okay, that's one." I was like, "Okay."
Damn,
I have
kid.
I have it for about another minute. He goes, and I die, and he goes, "Okay, that's it." I go, well, no, son. And I jerked it away from him. He was trying to grab it. I said, "Dad never plays. Let me play." This child balls up his fist and punches me in the dick.
No way.
Straight in the dick.
Dude, I would break that Switch in half.
I know Blaine, and it does not surprise me.
And how he handled it afterwards, like it was a hard
Did he
enough.
flex on you?
Yeah. It was hard enough where I wasn't able to talk for a minute. I dropped the Switch. I was gathering my shit.
Was he playing the game whenever you got your shit together?
No. You know what he tells me? "Hey, man, you can play as long as you want." I go, "Hold up a second.
Hold on,
bud."
this ain't your decision anymore, kid.
Yeah, I go, "Hey, did you do that? Did you do that on purpose? Did you ball up your fist and hit Dad?" He goes, "Man, word for word, man, I don't think we need to talk about it." He goes, "You can play for as long as you want to."
He's the dad now.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you definitely got replaced at your house, dude.
So I want to follow you through the steps I did. I said, "Okay." So I went to the bathroom with the Switch, shut the door.
And played Fortnite.
I acted like I lifted up the back of the toilet and was commentating the whole time. "Well, hey, this son bitch needs to go right in here." Of course, he's in the hallway screaming, "Daddy,
Losing his
no,
goddamn
Daddy, no."
mind.
So then for the next 15 minutes, he thinks his Switch is destroyed. So I pop on YouTube videos of parents destroying electronics.
Uh-huh. See, I'm
And
not
they-
a fan of those videos, man.
You're not a fan?
I don't care for them, no.
Yeah.
I
Have
think
you ever
if
been
you're going
punched-
to take something away, it's okay, but, like, even that has limits. Like, you bought it for them in general. Like, you can be like, "Hey, dude, you were being an asshole about that Switch, so you're grounded from the Switch for a couple days, maybe." Like, I don't even last that long if I'm going to be real about it. Like, I'm a sucker.
My dad was a whole
Yeah.
tear everything up.
Yeah,
and
I
throw it
was
away.
like, I grew up with Dustin, and my dad just didn't care. He didn't pay much attention to us, but his dad, every time we would have something cool, if we would step out of line with it for a second, it was getting torn the fuck up.
Well, yeah, my dad, I mean, I don't have no problems with the way I was raised, blah, 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 blah. But my dad would have took that Switch and lit it on fire.
Yeah, see,
And
my
said, "Hey,
dad
fuck you. I don't
would have
care how
just,
much-"
like, maybe rage broken it, like, in half right then, and that would have been it. But, like, and that's more likely to be what I would do. But, actually, I would probably just put it on top of the fridge and tell her, like, "No, this ain't gonna fly."
So did I go a little bit too far with that?
I
Dude, he
mean-
punched me in the dick.
Yeah, but,
And
like,
then
you
told me,
can't...
"Hey, it's nothing we need to talk
And that
about."
sucks, but you can't treat him. You can't teach him that, like, Dad is somebody that's, like, gonna cause you pain. Because, like, you know how bad he loves that Switch probably, and he's probably freaking out outside thinking, "Oh man, like, I really crossed the line this time. I got my shit broken." Like, we know what that feels like, and it fucking sucks, especially because in a situation like that, it's different, but it's a slippery slope, because then it becomes easier the next time, and the next time after that, to, like, pretend you broke his shit or whatever. Like, I don't know, it's something that you really got to be careful for,
But Cody-
the delicate balance. But you did get punched in the dick.
Cody
So
had
you-
to reestablish dominance. though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had
that
to,
is
man.
true.
That is one thing that I
very
don't.
true.
I haven't had to tackle yet. I don't know
haven't
how-
either.
I've never been alphaed by my kids. So
You're
I don't,
going to, Dustin.
I don't know,
it's gonna
man.
hurt.
Like, I don't think either. My son, my daughter, she does, like, she runs the shit. Like, she does her own thing, but she never, like, she steps up every now and again, like, "No, I make the rules," and we make it real clear that she does it.
I just got to give a look, and she chills the fuck out real
Yeah.
quick. That's how mine is. You know,
My
like last
son,
time-
though, man, he'll flash this smile. He's gonna be trouble. he'll do something he knows he's not supposed to and flash this cute little smile at you, like, I know what's up.
That's
know?
how mine is too.
Yeah, but O's gonna be able to get away with some shit.
Oh, dude,
Which
Sydney
one?
is
Olivia.
too,
Olivia's gonna be able, and Sydney's a cute little girl too.
Yeah.
See, I don't know how y'all had daughters because my heart would fucking melt.
It does. I mean,
You
as
know
soon
what
as
I
you have a
mean?
baby girl, you're jello, and there's no
yeah,
coming
you
back
gotta
from
hope
it.
mom has a little bit of a hard ass in her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
but
discipline.
whenever your boys start growing up, because Zane's got a little boy, Dustin's got a little boy. I've already gone through.
I've
this.
got a 12-year-old boy too. So
Yeah. So I mean, you guys know that there's a certain time where they're gonna flex their dick on you.
Oh
They're
yeah, I
gonna
mean,
say, hey.
Logan never did. He was always cool about it, but like Ezra's he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
I'm bigger than you, because he's gonna be a big kid. I think he's gonna be
Yeah.
bigger than me.
That's
Do you ever worry about your dad kicking your ass though?
My dad, I don't
Now?
anymore because I'm
Do
cool
you?
with him.
now.
Yeah.
No.
now. You
No.
don't worry now.
I outweigh my dad by so much that I could break him, and he knows it. Like,
my dad
he
does
used
that.
he used to fuck with me quite a bit until I did break him once,
and
and,
after that, he was.
we've
cool.
been kind of cool.
Yeah, my dad ain't. I ain't fucking with my dad, dude.
I-
my dad's gonna beat
Dude,
the
I
fuck out of
pushed
me.
I pushed my dad down once, and I would never do it again. Even at this age, my dad is 75 years old now,
God.
and he's had back surgeries and shit for the last 15 years now. He's been fucked up, and I still wouldn't fuck with my dad. Like
Your
he's-
dad will shoot you though.
My
That-
dad's a different kind of
Yeah.
animal, though. Like he's not the kind that like plays around and flexes on anybody. He's the kind
Like me and my dad would actually fist fight.
Yeah.
Roger would shoot you.
that yeah, my dad.
He ain't gonna
don't
fuck with you.
He don't fuck around. Like I mean, he wouldn't shoot me because I'm his baby, but
don't
like he would shoot you if
Yeah.
it came down to it.
But
He would shoot Cody.
yeah,
oh,
he
yeah,
definitely
He would
ain't,
shoot.
ain't nobody probably got a problem shooting with me.
especially if he broke in while he was at home.
Oh yeah, if I broke in when he was home, that's a dangerous motherfucker
Oh,
right there.
he's waiting for somebody to break in while he's home. He's one of those, you know.
He's been begging for it to
yeah,
happen.
he
But-
watches Sean Hannity like every night. So
But speaking about people you don't expect to be badass, I want to bring this up to you. Did you guys know Kevin James was a legit badass?
I didn't know he was a badass.
He's a legit badass, like
Like
MMA
Paul Blart?
fighter. Yeah, Paul Blart is a legit.
Well, I saw the movie where he was a
Yeah,
MMA
oh.
fighter and it was not good.
He's just a little bit bigger, but apparently he is.
I mean, he's
a
graceful
badass.
for a big dude. He's very graceful.
Yeah.
Like, the way
he's
he moves,
kind
even
of
on, like-
athletic.
Yeah, he's very athletic for a dude his size, I think.
But he's some sort of, I don't know the fucking names of them, but he
Does martial arts.
He studies one of the like jiu-jitsu or Krav
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 Maga,
Maga.
and he's apparently really good.
I wouldn't doubt it. He seems like a smart guy, and he's athletic, so I could see
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Could you imagine getting your ass whooped and then get made fun of afterwards, though?
Dude, he's legit funny, I think. I've always liked that dude.
I think he's pretty good.
He's
Dustin?
like clean funny, too, so it's weird. Like,
I've never seen this stand up, so I don't know.
I've
what to
seen a little
expect.
bit of it. The one bit I can remember of his is the phone number rhythm. It's so fucking funny. He says, when you give out your phone number, it's da-da-da, da-da, da-da. He said, sometimes people will fuck that up, and he does this whole routine about it, and it's funny. It's from like the early 90s or
Yeah.
something, but it's weird, like Seinfeld type comedy, but it's funny. Like,
Well, now that he's got that Sandler money, he doesn't have to worry
no,
about
he doesn't
anything.
do stand up
Did you
anymore.
guys see where he incorporated himself in the? I forget the name of the movie. Bradley Cooper and Gaga movie.
Star.
That's where
Star
they
is
made that
Born.
song.
Star,
yeah.
Star is Born. But if you actually get on Kevin James's YouTube, he's got a YouTube channel where he incorporates himself into movies.
Oh yeah,
And
like he edits himself into them.
Yes, it is. I think the ones me and the wife watched where he incorporated himself as he always does it as a sound guy.
Yeah.
But he incorporates him. He did it in I Am Legend. He incorporates himself in I Am Legend while the movie's fucking going on. And he did it in A Star Is Born. And apparently there's a scene, I've never watched it, but there's a scene where Bradley Cooper's singing. It's the song that
that
blew up on.
Yeah.
that made Bradley Cooper a triple threat.
Yeah.
Which he is. Good God. He is. I'm sorry. We don't
What's
need to
the
rehash
third? He
last
can
time.
sing and he can act, and what else?
I'm guessing he could dance.
Yeah.
Oh,
I bet
yeah.
he fucks real good.
He
I
looks
don't
so
know.
good. He's an attractive dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so it's anyway when they pull, they're
Would
supposed
you
to be
taste
pulling.
this, cum, Cody?
Bradley Cooper, if you're listening to this and want to send in a sample of your specimen, We'll probably
Cody
give it a
will
shot.
shotgun it with a White Claw.
I'll never do a White Claw, but
Don't
But
say
if a
never.
Bradley Cooper sperm.
Don't say never.
I'm sipping on the salty dog, as I was told it was called.
Yeah, well, I mean, we said it was your favorite drink last week, so I figured I'd make you one so we could.
What did you
definitely
think
set
of
it
the
in
salty
stone.
dog today, Cody?
If semen tasted like the salty dog, I would probably be the biggest advocate for drinking semen. I don't know. But Dustin did.
So you're a big fan of grapefruit juice and vodka.
I guess I am. But dude, after last episode, I ate 2 meals back to back, and I don't know if it was weird, but one of them was a mango habanero sandwich from Domino's, which is covered with pineapples.
That sounds terrible.
No, it actually doesn't sound bad.
It's actually really good. It's real.
I can't believe you could handle the spice. You're the guy that go to Buffalo Wild Wings and order mild wings and have to have milk.
God
Damn, man, that's
I'm
rough.
not a big Dustin. It was you who got me to try.
The wing challenge, yeah.
Fuck
What's that?
The hottest wings that Buffalo Wild Wings have.
Dude,
you
I
have to
can't do
eat
that
like
shit.
6 or 8 of them in 30 minutes or
Dude, I
whatever it
can't
is.
do that shit.
I can't remember the rules.
Do you dip them in blue cheese or ranch?
No, you can't. You can't
Okay.
dip them and you can't drink.
Oh, you can't drink anything? That's fucked
No.
up. That's torture.
It's awesome.
Have you
Especially-
done it?
Yeah,
Do
seeing
you win something?
used to you did, but now it's. I think they're
Just
so
for bragging rights?
yeah, they're so corporate now that they're not.
Lame.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't even carry a firearm.
Dude, I
there.
get medium when I go.
that's because it's got booze.
I get
Yeah.
medium when I go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I get hot when I go to Hooters, but medium when I go to Wild Wings.
Yeah, I get my favorite wings is from a local place, from Mr. B's. I'll either get extra hot or triple X hot
I can't do that shit, man. Do you dip them?
in ranch. Yeah,
See, I don't
but,
dip them in anything.
But do you do the ranch or you do their house? Because isn't their house like a
Yeah, their house
mixture?
is a mix of blue cheese and ranch, but I do straight ranch. I don't fuck with the
I
chunks.
don't fuck with none of that dipping shit.
Yeah, I don't
I
want
take
the
them raw.
chunks.
Well, I can't do hot sauce to begin with because there is a serious issue going out there with both men and women can relate to and doesn't allow me to do a lot of butt stuff, but it's hemorrhoids.
Oh, yeah?
Hemorrhoids is a real fucking deal that I don't think is talked about enough.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't have that problem.
You all don't have hemorrhoids?
I've had
never-
hemorrhoids since I was 18. So
Oh, ooh.
Yeah,
so
it's just
Dustin's
rough.
butt's off limits too.
yeah,
Your butt off limits too.
yeah, it's either itchy or hurts.
Do you
So,
remember
yeah.
the rap song that was cream on the inside, clean on the outside?
Yeah, I
remember that?
remember that.
Yeah.
Well, I had to go to the doctor to get
Ice
it all.
cream something.
Yeah,
Ice
ice
cream
cream
paint
paint
job.
job.
Yeah.
Well, I had to go to the doctor, and basically my life is now 3 on the inside, 3 on the outside because I got 3 hemorrhoids on the inside and 3 on the outside.
You have to have
man.
surgery?
They said I should, but that was enough butt play
Does
for
that
one.
does that affect your sex life, Cody?
If I was Trisha, yeah, it would. Because I mean, because some guys are always talking about, hey man, you getting a blowy, stick a finger up the butt. I'm not making my wife go through that.
Yeah.
Come out with blood.
Oh
Even
man,
though it's
that's
a light colored blood.
woo, that's rough.
Yeah,
That sounds like some angry hemorrhoids.
yeah.
Oh, so you got baby hemorrhoids?
I got one.
I got
You
big.
got-
I got 6 hemorrhoids. I got big boy issues.
I got one, and he hangs out on the outside, and he itches.
Yeah,
But
but
See, mine
uh,
hurts. Mine wants me to know.
But you can still take something 3 nickels deep, huh?
I,
So you
I
can
haven't
take a
tried
finger
it.
up the ass?
I haven't tried it, but I mean, I hear that's the milking spot.
Yeah,
So
I mean that's all these new age kids these days.
yeah. Tell us what you've seen on the pornos, Cody.
I
Yeah,
do not watch porn.
like
have advocated
like
that
through your
from day
whole
one.
life
Then
you
how
haven't
did-
watched porn, or just like recently.
Ever since I got with my wife.
Well,
yeah.
then how did you know about the stepbrothers and everything that you brought
That
up? a
was
couple
just
episodes
stuff
ago?
that's
Oh, that was
gone.
for research for the
That was for
podcast.
research for the- Trisha knows that I got to go through a lot of stuff for content, and we've gone over that. So
I don't know. I don't know if I believe you.
no, I've never watched porn.
Ever.
Last porn I seen was a nudie
I
magazine.
mean, how else do you learn new tips and tricks? That's
Yeah.
what I want to know.
I'm all original.
You just missionary position from here till the sun comes up, or what?
Trisha wishes. I'm too fat to be on top anymore. I don't know what you guys. It's a fucking struggle. Fucking wrists start hurting. You start breathing real abnormally. You feel like you're about to go to the hospital. You're just like, hey, fuck this. Get on top. You weigh 110 pounds. You're not going to be breaking a sweat up here. I am. The worst part you got going on is you got to put your hair in a ponytail. I literally might go to the fucking hospital.
I mean, you got to work around things when you're married,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's problem solving.
Well, I don't have enough money to go buy a fucking weight bench.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Olympia over here.
I didn't buy it. I was given.
I will give Dustin this credit. Dustin had a little thing episode, he said, "Yeah, I was going for my third rep, and he had the bar down on the ground, and I was like, well, fucking, that looks like a lot of weight, but maybe I can deadlift that." And I actually tried to deadlift it, and how much weight was that, Dustin?
It wasn't a lot.
It wasn't a lot,
It was
and
185, I think.
185. I could barely get it off the ground. This son of a bitch is over here fucking going for 3 reps on it. I'm like, no, sir.
I was bench pressing by myself. That's why it ended up on the ground.
Oh, I haven't lifted a weight since I went to the gym one day when I lived in Lexington when I was going to UK. I had a free
Would you
membership.
get lost?
No, like I did it on purpose. It was wild. Like I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna start working out. I'd be swole, you know.
Yeah.
I went one day. The next day, I was like, fuck that, never doing that shit again. And one time I went back in like 2006 or 7 with Kevin to Calvert.
Yeah.
And after that, it took me like another 5 or 6 years before I was ready to go again. And
Still
that's
sore.
yeah, that's been a while too. So.
Yeah, you called me out the other episode, so I had to start doing something.
I mean, you know, I'm just saying.
Didn't want to look like a schlub over here.
Yeah, I will. I'm down with that. If you get all ripped up, I will love it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, I would love it. It would be the coolest thing.
I mean, I'm working on it. I want to wear these.
You gonna get a 6-pack?
No. I will never do abs. I eat too many wings and drink too much beer.
You're gonna be one of those like big barrel chested strongman guys.
Yeah,
Like,
I can pick up heavy shit and
yeah,
get it out of the
like,
way, but
yeah,
I'm not going to look good on the beach.
Yeah. See, I'm going for neither. So I can't lift heavy shit and I don't look good on the beach.
I don't. I just look like a fat piece of shit. So, hey, that guy. We went to Jamaica on our honeymoon, and I was known as the Fat Redbeard. They called me Fat Redbeard.
Hey, I'm proud that I only weigh 10 pounds more than I did when I graduated high school, so I'll stick with that all day long.
I weigh about 100 more.
I do too. I'm 90 pounds more than I did in high school.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a legit number.
Yeah, I graduated at 162, and I fluctuate between 170 and 175 now.
I was 163 whenever I graduated.
It must be a hard life for you, Zane.
Yeah, it's
Being
difficult.
skinny
I
and
tell
at least
you.
looking fit.
6'1", 175 pounds is terrible.
Swimmer's body.
I gotta lay it on a couch body. That's what I got.
All right, I got a question for you guys.
Let's hear it.
All right. People have to be running out of ideas on new movies, new songs. You get the gist.
I always thought that, but apparently it's not true. Like, I mean, but no, I know what you're saying. Like, it boggles my mind how anybody thinks of anything creative. So what do you got?
You see a lot of remakes coming out. You know,
yeah. Well, that's true.
They're remaking a lot of, especially Disney movies here lately. You know, live action versions of the cartoons.
Like Aladdin and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, Beauty and the Beast was tight, though. We saw
Yeah.
that in the theaters. It wasn't
right.
bad.
Well, Disney does a great job.
Yeah, Disney's got a lot of
But
money.
my question is, if you're going to remake a movie, instead of doing it in the same character's point of view, you do it in the point of view of a different character, which one would you do?
It definitely Brokeback Mountain, Dustin.
Okay,
yeah?
well, whose point of view are you going with?
I'm going with the wives' point of view.
Okay.
Have you guys watched Brokeback Mountain?
I haven't ever seen the movie, but I know the gist of the movie. The
It's
guys
fun.
they're sneaking off for fishing trips.
Yeah, they're going for fishing, but I want to know, like, hey, what are they thinking? Like,
You think the
Hey-
wives have any idea what's going on?
Yeah,
Are they
like,
in denial?
hey, Jessica, do you fucking think it weird that Howard and Kenneth are still fucking out on that mountain this whole time? That's not the fucking names of the people, but you know what I mean?
I was going
Like-
to ask because I haven't seen it, but I know you said you've watched it twice recently.
Oh yeah, I definitely have.
So-
I mean, Trisha fucking makes fun. Trisha thinks we're just up here fucking banging. We're getting drunk and banging. but I mean, for real, I would want to see the wives' outtake on that.
I would be interested.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a wild movie. What if it's like what was that dude's name from last week? The football, the Earl Thomas.
Oh, Earl
What if
Thomas.
it's an Earl Thomas kind of situation
Yeah.
where the wives are like plotting revenge?
Yeah,
like,
pull up with a gun and
yeah,
a knife.
yeah, exactly.
Do you think Earl Thomas is watching fucking stepdaddy, stepdaughter? I mean, you got to be classified with that.
Yeah.
No.
I think for me, the answer to that question, though, would be 50 First Dates. I would want to see a movie from Drew Barrymore's point of view, kind of like a Groundhog Day in reverse.
Yeah, she doesn't know that it's
Like
happening
it shows a couple of days before she meets Adam Sandler. Like it'll show the day of her accident, and then like a couple of days where it's like, you know, a quick 2-minute, like everything's the same. The whole town's pretending. She lives in Hawaii, so it's the same weather all year. So it's totally believable. And you're like, wow, this is weird. And then Adam Sandler comes in. and all of a sudden her day starts getting different from the movie's point of view. And I think that would make a really good flick.
Yeah,
I like that. I like it.
I went a different direction.
What you got?
Matthew McConaughey's character from Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, that was a wild character.
Yeah,
He's a wild son of a
You gotta
bitch.
get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, talking about jerking off a couple times a week. No, I do it a couple times a day.
He's like 5-6 times a day, man. You gotta get that shit out of here.
And he's hitting booger sugar at the lunch table.
Oh
and,
man, I couldn't imagine a stock trader in the 80s like that. Like that dude had a wild life.
I mean, I imagine that's kind of what the
the
Leo's-
movie was about Jordan Belfort that probably did a better job of being balling out than Matthew McConaughey's
at
character
the end.
did.
But
Yeah.
I feel like Matthew McConaughey was doing it way earlier. Like
yeah.
he was a pioneer. And I mean, I never saw Leo, pounding his chest. Other than
I saw him blow coke up a stripper's asshole though, or
Well,
maybe she
I
wasn't a stripper, but she was a
Yeah, I
lady
mean,
for
Leo
sure.
should have
but
a
he
lot
wasn't.
more.
He wasn't talking to other people, going,
Matthew McConaughey's a great fucking actor, though. I haven't seen.
McConaughey was on another level. On
Dude,
that.
I think
Oh,
he's
yeah.
good in everything. I love that
Do you
fucking
think he
guy.
actually does coke though? I mean, if I
I
could,
know he smokes weed, but I don't know if he does
I
coke
think
or
he does
not.
coke. He's got to be
Yeah.
a coke dude.
No,
He might
No?
be, but I think he's just
now
weird.
that he's an honorary professor, he can't do coke, right?
I know he drinks the fuck out of some wild turkey, but
I mean, coke is a weird drug though, because like people, like actors and shit, a lot of them are on it because you can be productive as fuck and be on coke.
Very
Like,
productive.
Yeah,
I think you said something about Adderall. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you can't take Adderall and just like be chill and not want to do anything. Like you
Yeah.
want to do everything.
that's rookie coke.
hmm
you think that's like the first level you go to? You go to Adderall and then you go to fucking coke.
I mean, I don't know about that. Like, I don't know. I've never done speed recreationally. I've only done it like because it was prescribed for my ADHD, so it affects me differently than it does regular human beings anyway. So I can't
Right.
really
So
speak
you're
to
saying
it.
you're not regular? I got you.
No, I'm absolutely an irregular motherfucker, and I'm proud of it. But no, like I said, like I've never done any kind of speed, so I don't know what it does or whatever. But I know that the way Adderall makes you feel is productive. Like you can actually get shit done and be accomplished.
I
at
just
things.
can't imagine what that dude was doing on
Oh yeah,
on his off time.
Oh yeah, that dude was fucking speeding his balls off, sitting
And-
there beating his chest at the fucking
Yeah,
table.
yeah, fucking wild. You're gonna
I mean,
bring
you
me a
gotta
drink.
have some kind of extra energy to jerk off 6 or 7 times a fucking day,
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm gonna get out of lunch and I'm gonna go jerk off.
Yeah, yeah, like that's the kind
He's
of
a-
shit you do when you're like 14, and then you realize that it hurts after a while, so you stop.
Right after you tried your own cum.
Well, I figured out I was a minority in this conversation, so yeah. After y'all tried your own cum,
Hey, I didn't say anything. I am saying I don't.
You
I don't
abstained,
say
which-
anything.
I didn't say anything either.
I'm,
Goddammit.
Guilty
I'm not
by
here to reveal
association.
my secrets about anything.
I understand.
Yeah, I totally. Trisha wishes I had the same fucking outlook that Zane has when it comes to this shit. But if you follow my Facebook, I give 2 fucks.
Yeah, nothing is a closed book for Cody.
Yeah.
Oh,
clearly.
fuck no.
I'm just more of a private kind of person.
I try to be, and then somebody says, "Let's start a podcast."
I know, but I'm just trying to make it big. I'm trying to make it where my little dickhead of a son ain't punching people in the balls.
I'm here to be the one that like people listen to us every week and they think they know us, but they really have no idea when they really start thinking about me because I haven't revealed anything personal that
Yeah.
much.
But would you reveal for money, Zane?
I mean, I'd probably reveal just about anything for money, Cody. I take pictures as Mike Honcho.
Great fucking reference. I like that. Fucking Mike Honcho. That's probably he's
Spread my
gotta,
butt cheeks. That's Mike Honcho.
Yeah, he's got to be one of. He's got to. Is he underrated?
Dude,
'Cause
I
feel like
love
he's
John C.
underrated.
Reilly. He's funny. And his strength is playing off of other people like Will Ferrell. Like
Yeah.
I think he wouldn't be as funny as he is without Will Ferrell, but I think he's funnier than Will Ferrell as the duo is. I laugh more at his lines than I do at Will Ferrell's lines.
Yeah. I feel like that's. Yeah.
I think
That's
his
a-
timing is better. His acting is better. I think he's just not. Maybe he's not as popular for some reason. Whatever
And I
it is.
feel like
but-
him and if. Quote me if I'm wrong here, but did him and Zach ever do a movie? Zach Galifianakis.
so Zach Galifianakis and John C. Reilly. I don't know.
Have
if
they ever done a movie?
I have no
I
idea.
feel like that'd be fucking good. Because
I mean-
Zach's most. One
I
of
saw
his-
the closest thing to that, which was Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis in
Yeah.
the campaign. That
See,
shit was
fuck
funny.
fuck Will Ferrell. I don't think he's
Yeah.
funny.
I think he's funny.
I think he's funny, but I think John C. Reilly's funnier.
Yeah, I think the reason that John C. Reilly isn't more famous is because he's not attractive at all.
No, he's terribly ugly. Like, he's not just a neutral on the scale. He's on the negative scale.
Will Ferrell, I think, is neutral.
Yeah,
Like,
he's neutral to slightly positive. I mean, he's tall. He's not a bad-looking dude.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's repulsive.
No, but John C. Reilly is.
Is borderline
Yeah.
repulsive.
He's somebody that you see him walking down the street and you look the other way.
And then he talks. And,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're like, whoa, man.
I guess you're thinking of the meme he was real famous for with his hair fucking sticking.
I mean, I just think of him in general. He's an ugly guy.
No, John, you're fucking not ugly, man.
Even whenever
I love him and I think he's funny, but he's ugly as fuck.
Even whenever he was playing God in the Little Dicky video.
Yes.
He was still ugly. He was an ugly God.
No. You did fine, John.
I'm real worried about John C. Reilly hearing about this.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about this alligator they found in Kentucky Lake?
I'm not surprised.
Dude, I was. My first reaction immediately, and I hate this, but was when my wife told me, hey, they found an alligator in Kentucky Lake. The first thing I said was bullshit, because she got it on Facebook, and half of what you read on Facebook is bullshit. So I was just like,
fact check that shit.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you should. But then she told me, she was like, no, the story's from WPSD. So I was like, okay, at least like they have to kind of tell the truth. Like they can't just make something up out of thin air.
They are NBC.
Yeah, I know they're an NBC affiliate, but you can't just make. They can't just be like Bigfoot was spotted in. Yeah, well, I guess people say that all the time. That's never been true. So.
Hey, Bigfoot's fucking real.
Hey, do you think Bigfoot is real, Cody?
Blaine's listening right now, so yeah.
I hope not.
Oh, he is, man.
Dude, you can't let your 6-year-old listen to us.
He's my biggest critic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't like
and
it,
he's
going to
be your biggest thing he talks to his therapist about when he gets older, too.
Well, that's not true. You don't know the rest of it. There's so much to this story.
But no, yeah, Bigfoot's real. I mean, it's like saying Lockie ain't real.
Just like saying what?
Lockie ain't real.
Lockie.
Lockie.
Not Nessie.
Nessie. It's not Lockie. It's
Fucking
Nessie.
idiot.
What are you
It's like-
talking about?
What are you talking about?
I don't fucking know. But yes, Bigfoot's real. I mean, but
I wish he was real. I want him to be real.
I am 100% on the no Bigfoot kick. Like, I'm on the side that he do not exist.
Look, I'm one of the kind of people that if I'm scrolling through the channels and I see a Bigfoot documentary or something,
you're watching
I
it.
get stuck, even
Yes.
though I realize if they really found this motherfucker, I would have heard about it before this show got
Oh,
produced.
for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and aliens?
You get sucked in every time.
What do you mean? What's the difference between
Dude,
that
the
and aliens?
difference is there's a certain number of millions of square miles that Bigfoot could live in, and there's a certain number of quadrillions of cubic miles that aliens could live in, or
Aliens
whatever.
You don't think there could be
anywhere.
an alien Bigfoot? You don't think that could actually be?
I don't
an
think
alien
Bigfoot's
Bigfoot?
out there because I think if he's too big. If there was Bigfoots out there wouldn't just be one or two because you have to have a breeding size population. Otherwise, they're going to be gone in one generation.
Hey, and time out. You're talking to a biologist, motherfucker.
Okay,
so get ready.
I'm going to come at this biologist right now. But Zane, you can't say that aliens could exist and not say that there is a supernatural big motherfucker walking around. I mean, what's the difference?
So you're thinking that
Because there not be. Are you saying there
okay,
could be
well,
no?
first of all, if you'll recall, I said if aliens ever do come here, then everybody's going to know it, and there's no way you can hide it. So I think if once contact is made with extraterrestrials, there ain't going to be none of this government cover-up bullshit. It's going to be monumental enough that everybody's going to know as soon as it happens.
Okay,
We're gonna
what Cody
see it.
is saying though is instead of these little gray motherfuckers coming to the earth, it's
But he's
giant
saying they already
hairy.
have.
Well, he's just saying people have seen this
people have seen
Bigfoot that is
People
an alien.
Also, people have
He's-
seen aliens.
He's
People
jumping
are
on his
also
ship.
bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's seen either one of the motherfuckers in real life.
I mean, you hit the peyote and you can see some shit in a campfire.
I just think that, like I said, listen, here's my argument logically, okay? Think about this. There's the problem, like tigers are going extinct, okay? Rhinos, like the white rhino is almost extinct and shit in the wild, or maybe it is by now. I don't fucking remember. But tigers are about to go, and there's like 500, 600, 700 of them, something like that. Or maybe there's like a couple thousand in India, like total.
Yeah.
And they're worried that that's not enough to keep them alive. Like, if there's one motherfucking Bigfoot out there, how the fuck has there always been that one Bigfoot for the last 100 years that everybody's been seeing? Why isn't there enough of them?
Well,
there's got to be enough of them to keep breeding and making more.
There was that
Bigfoots.
one woman that said that she fed the family of Bigfoots every night, but whenever they would record,
But
they weren't there. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Bigfoots
a
are smart, dude.
there's
Everybody
a
knows
family
that.
of
They hide.
Bigfoots.
but
Hide.
Dustin
Or is
sent
it
me
Big
that.
Feet?
Dustin sent me that
Ooh,
link.
I think it's big.
He actually sent us both that link
Bigfoot.
of the where time goes backwards in fucking Antarctica.
Well, apparently there might be a hole in Antarctica that aliens might come out of, or the lizard Illuminati live in. You know,
Nice.
there.
Is it supposed to go into the earth? or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But which tied me into another rabbit hole that I went into. If you were to drill a hole all the way through the Earth,
Like long ways from Antarctica to the North Pole?
it would take you 42 minutes to fall all the way through.
Would you fall all the way through, or would you fall to the center and stop?
Or would you fall to the top? Like, would you land back on the top?
Like, think about it. It's spinning, and you drill a hole through the poles. You would fall until you got to, like, the core, and then you would
Right.
stop, because then gravity's still pulling you right back to where you're pulling you to center mass.
Well, what about this? If you were able to fall all the way through, wouldn't you just like stop at the bottom? You
wouldn't keep flying out.
You couldn't fly out. So what would happen?
You
Would you hit the atmosphere and bounce back to the Earth?
No, you would just make it to the center and stop. I mean, that's where it would pull you towards. You would never make it as far as out the other side, because it's not like.
Then how do
as
they
soon
know
as
it'd
you
be
break the
42 minutes,
crust-
Zane?
Well, I mean, because they're just using the calculations from the acceleration of gravity, which that actually shouldn't even call it 42 minutes, because you don't accelerate the whole fucking way through. You only accelerate to the middle, and then you stop and start accelerating in the negative direction.
So you would come back out the top?
No, you would go
Just stay right
to the
there
center.
and
You would go like through a little bit, and then like until you kind of right to the middle.
Okay. Where are you at, Cody?
I have no fucking clue.
It'd be really hot though. I don't think you would make it. But 42 minutes—that's pretty impressive.
I mean, that's what I saw.
it would be quicker to go through it that way than it would be drilling through the equator, because the Earth is wider at the equator than it is between the poles.
Little
'cause it
egg-shaped.
stretches out. Yeah, it's an obloid spheroid or some shit like oblique spheroid or some shit
I
like
have
that.
no fucking clue. I'm just going
Yeah.
off with it. This is like an intense conversation.
Oh, it's
You guys are
cool.
having.
The Earth is fucking trippy, dude. Like,
Do you think Bigfoot lives in the middle?
dude, Bigfoot is not fucking real.
Bigfoot is fucking real. I mean, I don't know.
He
You
just
can't
pops
say-
out of a hole that comes out of the
I
center.
think
You
of
can't
the
say
where the
aliens
fuck is he?
exist. I mean,
What do you mean
we're
you can't say
aliens.
Indians exist? Oh, you said
aliens.
aliens.
Not
Sorry.
Indians.
I said Indians?
Indians definitely exist. They live in India.
Dude, I
And
say
you better not be
Indians.
talking about Native Americans in that derogatory tone.
Hey, no, you can say Indians when you refer to Native Americans. That's
Who
cool.
said?
I mean, like they call themselves Indians. and
They do?
stuff.
Have
Didn't
you
they, like sue the
what?
Washington Redskins?
Yeah,
What
like-
Native American have you talked to that said you can call me an Indian?
You're not supposed to call them other bad stuff like Redskins.
No,
and
you
stuff.
call them a Native American
So-
because they were the first
Well, that's
Americans.
like the PC way to do it, and some of that's cool. You can't fuck up doing that, but if you call a Native American an Indian, that's
So-
acceptable.
I don't
Cody,
know
what
that.
do you refer to Native Americans as?
no,
Chiefs.
you
Chiefs. Yeah, that's.
the Chiefs, the Redskins.
Yeah.
I'm a football guy.
I mean, the Chiefs, but
You want to talk about something else I got for you?
Yeah.
All right. New question.
Okay, let's hear it.
With your current knowledge, you get sent back to the age of 5. What is the first thing you do?
The first thing I would do,
Current knowledge at the age of 5.
I mean,
start jerking off.
I would
I don't think
probably
it would
like.
work then.
Oh,
Well, I mean, no, I don't know about the first thing I would do. Is probably just lay in my bed until I just didn't feel like it anymore. To be honest.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
See, I wouldn't wanna-
because at 5 years old, you have zero responsibilities to anyone but yourself. And if I had that knowledge at 5 years old, I would take full motherfucking advantage of it. I promise you that.
Yeah, but your
Your dick doesn't work. You're 5
Yeah,
years
you're
old.
not
I know
gonna
what
jerk off.
answer
All right, well,
that
take-
some of
well,
y'all are
take that-
looking
take
for.
that the fuck out. But at 5 years old, I'm not gonna have any worries whatsoever. So I'm gonna
Right.
want to get out and see shit.
Like, you can't go anywhere. You're 5 years
Yeah,
old. Your
your
parents aren't
parents
going to
have
let
to
you
take
out.
you.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna
You-
push
you
more
have
for
a
fucking
six-
vacation.
Are you saying, Dustin, like you have a 35-year-old brain inside the 5-year-old, so you know how to manipulate and sneak and get
Yeah,
away?
you can.
and
You have your knowledge.
You're like a super 5-year-old then
Yeah.
at that point. Like, you'd be unstoppable. I think if I went back to 5 with a 35-year-old brain and just kept trucking from there and could, like, be like, oh, shit, I need to fucking take these internships while I'm at school and really, like, ball out and do the right thing, then, yeah, my life would be different.
Yeah, And if we go back to our 5-year-old self, that puts us back in 1990.
Yeah.
We could create a lot of shit that we know that exists. That's kind of how I read the question.
Yeah.
You know about Amazon. You know about Google.
I know, but I don't have the
So you're gonna
motivation
Google that
to
shit?
actually start it. Like I know that Google exists. I'm not like you're talking like hot tub time machine.
Yeah,
like
you
I know
Google
exactly
it.
what you're
Yeah,
talking
you
about.
Google it.
And yeah, Lugal, exactly.
God damn, I said that
I'm
too
not
much.
smart enough. I'm not smart enough to invent Lugal, much less Google.
That's true. But do you try to tie yourself into the people that you know are gonna create it?
Like I don't even like if it just happened like tomorrow, I'd be like, fuck, I should have paid more attention like to who those guys were.
You're like,
Larry
try to-
Page, I know the dude's name. Like, am I
Elon
supposed to go to
Musk.
San
I'm
Francisco?
fucking tying my shit to Elon Musk.
Yeah, but at what point are you going to try and intercept him? Like, do you know how long he's been
space?
here? No, like, think about this. Say you're going to be like, okay, here's my strategy is I'm going to be at the same place Elon Musk gets here from South Africa. I'm going to bro down with him, show him the ropes in America. He's going to treat me right for the rest of his life. It's going to be sweet. How do you even know where to go to meet the guy and when?
I know, but I mean,
That's tough.
if I'm hitching, I'm gonna hitch to him.
Well,
You know,
I would take the easy way route and bet. I would bet every sporting event I ever remember.
Yeah, that would be the one that you could do. But if I'm
You
gonna
couldn't hit
hitch,
5. You'd have to hope that the timeline stayed intact enough by the time you were old enough to
Yeah.
bet that shit was still going the way that you remember it.
see, if I'm gonna hitch my post to anyone or hitch my horse to anyone, I'm gonna go to Jeff Bezos because he's always been in America, and you know where he went to school. You know,
I don't.
Well,
Do
I mean,
you?
you could,
I have
you
no
could,
clue.
You could look it up
If
before
it
you
happened
went back.
tomorrow, you couldn't.
Yeah, well, that's true.
If you got zapped back
true.
in 1990, no
I mean, you're
internet,
gonna be the
Jeff
exact-
Bezos.
but you know to go to California. You
Do
know to
you?
start there.
I don't fucking know that. I don't know if that's where Amazon's from. I thought it was like New York or something. So
No, he
I'd
didn't-
be fucked.
It definitely started.
That's what I'm saying. The one thing
I
that
say
I can
definitely,
remember,
but I'm pretty sure it's California.
the one thing I can remember is who won the fucking Super Bowl when the Cowboys played the Steelers in 1995. You know,
Yeah.
like I could bet on that shit.
That's true.
So y'all are just going to sports bets.
I mean, that's
It's
my
probably the
easy way-
safest.
That's my lazy way out. I mean,
What's your hard way?
be something like what you guys are suggesting, like put in the legwork to find out like how to take one of these ideas that you already know exists and surround yourself
Well,
with
here,
the right people to
you-
be able to make it happen.
Well, here
Because you
could
wouldn't
do-
have to have Mark Zuckerberg. You could just have a really good software engineer and describe Facebook to him, and maybe you
Not
could be
only
that.
not only that, you could do something as easy as Uber.
Oh yeah, Uber wouldn't be a bad
Lyft.
idea.
All
See,
that
I
shit,
mean,
yeah.
you do something that
TikTok.
But
you
you,
have to know
also
how to create it.
also no. Here's the deal though: is you can't drop Uber into 1990.
No,
Let's
you-
say by the time say we got dropped back to 5. By the time we're old enough to do anything, 18 even. Okay, we'll call it that. 2004. We're 2003. We turned 18. So Uber wouldn't exist in 2003. You couldn't just drop it in and people would be like, "Oh yeah, this is a great idea." Like it had
No,
to
they
be.
did, though.
No, it had
No.
to be part of the smartphone revolution and
right,
everything.
but you
like-
wait for your time and you just pounce on
and
it.
you just
before
hope you
someone
get it
else-
6 months before the real
Yeah,
dude did.
that's how
Yeah.
I look at it. I mean,
Do you hook
Yeah.
up with the Apple guy since you know he's gonna die?
I think I would just go with a
well,
more
it started
steady.
with Bill
Steve?
Gates.
I think I would just go with a more steady, consistent route of I would take this
I would
as
fuck up. I would.
well, yeah, I would take it as I need to learn and do the things that I need to fucking do to be successful in this life instead of just being like, oh, this is fun. Let's just have fun forever.
But what
Yeah,
sporting?
knowing
But go ahead.
knowing how the world is going to change.
yeah.
So try to
To
get
steer
your,
your
knowledge,
rudder
yeah.
into yeah,
But
exactly.
to take it back to what you guys would do, you brought up the Cowboys and Steelers game. What other big sporting event do you know to bet on?
I mean,
At
I
that age,
remember.
Well, I
a
mean,
lot.
World Series.
Yeah.
The Cardinals were a huge underdog after Texas went way up in the series.
Yeah, if you bet it all on them in like Game 6 or
yeah,
whatever,
and
then-
bet what
But
inning
you're
it's
giving
gonna.
me, you're
you
only
know,
giving me two ideas. I mean, what other?
you could make
I
a
can't-
shit ton of money if
on
you said
prop
it went into
bets
extra,
and shit. You can
yeah,
get
extra
yeah.
innings in certain games and
But
stuff
do you
like
guys
that.
remember that stuff? Because I
I
can't.
remember a
Some.
lot of it.
Yeah,
I
some.
remember. I remember enough to get rich. I mean,
I would
think you
remember
do?
it whenever it came back.
right as soon as
You
the
know,
game started, I would be like,
I'd
"Oh
be
yeah,
like,
or at least remember who wins."
Because I realized that in The Last Dance.
yeah,
Whenever we were sitting there, and Cassie had no idea, she knew who Michael Jordan was, but she had never watched one of his games. I'd be like, I bet you this happens in, at this time. And
Yeah.
then it would happen. She'd be like, how do you remember this stupid shit? And I'm like, because it molded my childhood. I
Right.
don't know. I was
So you'd have to kind of see it happen to be like, oh fuck, I do remember that.
I
Hey,
mean,
let's
I
let
remember a
somebody
lot
else-
of
could s-
winners and stuff. Now, like what have you bet on like Dale Earnhardt's Daytona 500 win in 1998? Like he'd never won one before. Like it
Right.
was a big fucking deal that he'd won everything else, 7 championships, never a Daytona 500.
the easiest one to make a shit ton of money on would be March Madness.
yeah,
Because you can bet it in the beginning of the year,
yeah,
and everybody is high odds,
yeah.
and you
Yeah,
would
you
just
can
know
go
who
through every year and just bet the winner. And
Yeah,
if
it
you were
just-
lucky enough to remember the championship game, you'd probably make half, 150% as much money. So.
Yeah, so I mean that would be the easiest way to do it is just
Yeah.
March Madness alone.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of see that.
And I could piece together in my brain right now at least 5 or 6 years worth of winners. I mean,
What do you
Right.
think that the biggest upset of our lifetime has been?
sports upset?
Sports upset. I mean, it's kind of I know I kind of threw it on you guys, but what do you think?
Yeah, that's a
What
tough
one
one.
stands out to you guys? I honestly can't think of one, and even going to Super
I mean, the
Bowls-
Pistons over the Lakers in 04, I think, was a huge
Yeah, I
upset. Like
Right.
that, the Lakers were the unstoppable machine with Shaq at like 350 pounds,
Oh.
just beating people
Well,
up.
speaking of
and
that,
the Pistons won.
the Giants beating the Patriots probably
Yes,
because they had
they
were a-
helmet catch.
yeah
game.
they weren't they were they a wild card team?
They
No,
were a
how about
wild
this?
card
The
team. That is
Patriots
one of the-
beating the Rams. You talk about an upset that launched a dynasty.
Yeah.
dude.
Kurt,
The
you're talking
Rams
about
were the
Kurt-
greatest show on turf
Yeah,
in
you're-
2001.
Kurt,
Yeah,
Torrey
you're-
Holt, Isaac Bruce,
Brady's
Mark
you're
first
talking-
Wall.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
9/11 conspiracy. The
Yeah.
Patriots won the Super Bowl
Yeah,
after the
exactly.
Twin Towers.
Yeah.
So are you
Uh,
saying
That was
would
probably
rank-
one of the biggest upsets of all time. That offense was
But
unstoppable.
well, the
that
reason I
year.
say that probably the Giants over the Patriots because the Patriots were undefeated until the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean
I
they were
remember
truly rolling
really
through
they were,
everybody.
and they had Randy Moss, and
Randy-
everybody thought it was just game over.
They had
because it
potentially
was.
two of the greatest positional players of all
Do
time.
you look at them like you do the Warriors from a couple years ago that went 73-9 or whatever?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
I hate the fucking Warriors though.
Well, I
I
hate the
can't-
Patriots too. So
well, speaking of that, I have to renounce my hate for Tom Brady.
why?
Why?
Well, I mean, we did watch the golf tournament, or I watched him
Yeah,
play.
yeah,
golf
y'all were telling me.
yesterday.
So what happened? He
Uh,
played with Peyton Manning and
Yeah,
Tiger
it
Woods
was.
and
He
Phil
was
Mickelson.
teamed up. He was teamed up with Phil Mickelson, and it was Tiger and Peyton Manning.
Dude, those are two of my very favorite sports figures of all time, are Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning. I
And you wonder
love
why that makes
both
Peyton,
of them.
that makes me.
Well, they
know
teamed
that
him up
Peyton
based
was
off.
the-
No, they
the
teamed him up based off of handicap. So.
They teamed them up based on who's cool and who's a loser.
Thank you, Zane.
They were riding.
Fucking Tiger Woods.
They were
and
riding in
Peyton
different
Manning.
carts. No, they weren't really teammates.
I mean, I say
mean-
they teamed him up as the greatest, and then the dude that everybody kind of liked and thought they had an argument for.
But
Oh,
Peyton
so
Tiger.
yeah, that does make sense. They put the greatest quarterback,
Well,
With-
teamed
No!
up with
with
the
the
greatest
second-
golfer.
No.
Teamed
the
up with the
second-
greatest golfer.
the
Tiger
second
Woods and
best
Peyton
golfer,
Manning.
and then
So
vice versa.
anyway, you what?
Okay, but besides like making out with the sun,
Yeah,
like,
that was fucking
it's
weird.
fucking
dude.
weird. But
Plus,
anyway,
he's like all into like weird diet.
yeah,
and shit.
avocado ice cream or
Yeah.
whatever.
He's a
What-
fucking weirdo.
I bet he doesn't have hemorrhoids though. What do you think?
Probably not. But he's a great shit talker.
Yeah,
I did learn that.
but he
And
takes nice healthy poos. They don't even hurt.
and
South
and I
Park made
did
an episode about that.
no.
They did about Tom Brady and his poop.
Oh, I didn't see it. But I did learn that like I could probably play golf with him, even though he claims himself to be an 8 handicap. I did not see an 8 handicap. He did drain an awesome.
Is he like really bad?
He wasn't great.
What's your handicap?
Probably like 12.
Do they make one over 18 or is that the limit?
I think you can go over 18.
Because
I
I'd
don't
be
know.
like a 50 handicap, dude.
But anyway, I mean, he drains this awesome shot from like 150 out, just dunks
Tom
it,
Brady does.
and then he goes to pick up the ball and his pants split down
oh,
down the ass
nice.
crack. You know, so he's human.
Yeah.
You know, but
No, he
I-
probably choked his tailor to death when he got home.
Yeah, he did. That guy got
Don't
his
ever
ass
make Tom
beat.
Brady look stupid on TV.
But I did see a quote from him that I was like, okay, if I love Michael Jordan as much as I do, I have to respect Tom Brady a little bit more. And the quote is, I chose to play in Tampa Bay because I wanted to beat Drew Brees twice a year. He can take my records, but I'm going to take his fucking division.
Damn.
He's
Why does
not
he hate
going
Drew
to.
Brees that much?
He's
because
not,
people.
because Brees is the best quarter. Drew Brees is
Wait.
the best quarterback in the game right now. It's not
think
Tom.
I think it's crazy that Drew Brees is what he is, considering that San Diego told him to fuck off.
Because of his shoulder surgery.
Yeah, they thought he
They were
wasn't going to
scared.
be good anymore.
They thought he was done.
He's only like
Drew-
6 feet tall anyway, so
Yeah,
he's
I mean-
short for an NFL quarterback.
Drew
Very.
Brees puts just as much work as Tom Brady does.
Yeah.
You can look it up,
But he doesn't win as much.
but this offense that he's fixing to come at, this is going to be the best fucking division. It's the only division I'm really looking at. And I got 2 separate divisions, and one in Denver and one in Jacksonville. But this is the one I'm worried about.
I have a question for you guys. You're football guys. Do they still have Jameis Winston, or did they let
No,
him
he
go?
went. He actually went to New Orleans.
Oh,
He's
nice.
He's backing up Drew Brees.
Jesus Christ! I thought
Are
they
you
had
sure
the kid from.
so where'd Teddy go?
Yeah, I was
Teddy
gonna
went
say,
to
didn't they have-
the Carolina Panthers,
Oh.
and that's why Cam Newton no longer has a job.
Oh, is Cam Newton released?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they released him,
nice.
and no one has signed him.
Denver
Well, yeah,
thought
because
we were
he's
gonna get
garbage
him,
now
but
that he's vegan. His body doesn't hold up.
Well, that's not.
That's what I heard.
I
if
mean,
you're vegan, you're fine. I don't know
Not
why
if you're
Zane's coming
vegan
at
and
the
you're a
vegan so hard.
fucking NFL football player at his
he's
size.
still
Arian
huge.
Foster-
He's still.
Yeah, he's still huge, but he's not as durable as when he's eating meat, baby.
Yeah, but look at Arian Foster whenever he went vegan, even though his career was.
What? Did
Arian
he
Foster was a
cripple
running back.
and go to be garbage like Cam Newton has?
Yeah, he was one of the best running backs, and
Yeah.
now he's
But
not playing.
quarterbacks don't fall off like running backs do.
That is
Arian
true.
Foster took the abuse.
Exactly. They don't normally do it, but when you go vegan, you might.
I mean, it's possible, but at the same time,
Are you one of those Game Changers documentaries believers?
what do you mean?
Like, did you watch it?
No.
Oh, well, it's this vegan documentary where they're like, you can be vegan and be a professional athlete and be just as good as everybody else. And it's
But-
like, oh, yeah, if that were true, then why wouldn't more professional athletes be vegans? Because they have the science on their side, and it says eat fucking meat.
A lot of the good fucking players smoked weed.
Yeah.
Percy smoked weed. Poor
Percy
Josh
Harvin
Gordon,
was great. Yeah, I mean, he had
Percy
migraines that didn't show up most of the time.
because he was high. But
Yeah.
I mean, Josh smoked weed.
So you're really advocating for marijuana right here. He
I
couldn't
guess
do
I
his
am.
job because he smoked marijuana.
Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams
quit
is one of the
because of it.
greatest. He quit because they were persecuting him about it because he said he wasn't going to stop. And they said, well, you're not going to play in the NFL if you keep smoking weed. So he said, fuck you guys. I'd rather just keep smoking weed for a while.
Yeah.
But you're gonna say
Because
Ricky wasn't good?
Ricky Williams is a weird dude because he was better than people gave him credit for. The dude was unstoppable. I mean, honestly, like when he was like Mike Ditka gave up his whole
Except for
fucking,
drugs. That stopped him.
Yeah, because he was passionate about something. But you're
Yeah,
gonna tell me that
Dave
Ricky wasn't
Chappelle
fucking
quit
great?
comedy so he could go do his own thing. It wasn't necessarily because of weed, but it was.
He didn't want to be too famous.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
But it was basically like, I mean, Ricky Williams didn't either. Have you seen that guy and stuff? Like,
I
he's
saw him on some VH1
on Celebrity
show.
Big Brother. He was
Oh,
on
that was it. That was
yeah.
But do you think that people look back on weed as they do alcohol? 'Cause
I
do you
think they will
it's-
one day.
Do you think
Yeah.
it's outlandish to look back and think what I'm doing right now? And we've all had a salty dog, but I mean that was once not allowed to, and the same thing as weed.
Look,
I think one day when weed becomes legal and alcohol becomes illegal, maybe not in our
That's not gonna
lifetime,
happen.
but at one point it might happen.
I don't think it'll happen. I don't think they'll ever
You think
take
there's too much money in the industry? to
exactly,
ever-
and I
yeah.
think that's why marijuana will become legal
Yeah.
across the world. My thing is I don't see anything worse about marijuana than alcohol,
No,
with the exception of it's still deemed illegal.
Right.
I mean, yes, that's kind of
But that's not inherently
hypocritical.
bad about the substance. It's
Right.
bad about the way
Yeah.
society treats it.
right, and I'm not saying you shouldn't do it or whatever, but at the same time, I don't want to hear anybody cry if they get in trouble for it.
No, you shouldn't
Yeah, I
because it's
understand.
illegal. It's illegal. And Ricky Williams didn't
And-
cry about it. He
and-
said, "Fuck your drug test. I'm quitting football."
yeah, he just
And,
quit.
and I hate the argument that you're safer smoking pot and driving than you
well,
are
yeah, you're not
drinking.
safe
not.
doing either one
You're
of
not.
driving.
Yeah,
really.
you know,
Like,
and but you hear a lot of stoners say that.
Yes,
you know,
yes, I'll
they'll
agree.
make I'm
Yeah.
I'm more attentive. This
No,
and that.
you're not.
No, you're not. You're
worried
better
about
when you're
other
sober.
shit. Yeah.
You know, so at the same time, I'm not gonna try to grandstand on either side of the fence. I think both of them are great moneymakers for the government,
Yeah.
and if they could eventually, possibly, never happen, but lower the taxes for the everyday Joe,
Yeah.
I would be all for just about anything being legal that that didn't make you
That doesn't like
incredibly unsafe.
yeah,
Yeah.
or kill people and
Yeah,
stuff. Like
you know.
like people don't die of weed overdoses; they die
Right.
of alcohol overdoses all the fucking time.
But like Dustin said, I don't see.
You can't ever
There's
go
no
back to
difference.
prohibition.
Yeah,
no,
there's-
you can't. I think it's too late for that too.
But there's not very much difference in between drunk driving and driving while you're on marijuana, like Justin was saying, because I mean they both don't
You're
fucking
impaired.
do it and drive.
Yeah, you're
You know what I
impaired
mean?
either way.
Yeah. So, but I do feel like it's kind of fucked up because Josh Gordon was always tested negative for weed.
He didn't
Ricky's-
always test negative because he got banned from the NFL.
He means
Yeah, I
test
mean, do you
positive.
So he
think-
definitely tested positive.
What about the alien
What the
Bryant, Marquise Bryant from the Steelers? Was it Marquise?
Yeah,
But I mean,
I
those
don't
guys literally got banned. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is. But do you
Listen.
think it's fair for them to get banned from
Yes.
something? You do?
yes,
Okay.
100%. And the reason why is the same reason
Because it's
that
collectively bargained.
not only that, you're working for a company.
Yeah.
It would be no different than you going to work and you testing positive on a drug test and they saying you're fired. You
Would
can't
you
work
be okay
here.
with a company saying, especially now that marijuana is legal in certain states, would you be okay with a company saying, hey, you're not allowed to consume alcohol when you're not at work, and if we find out that you have, you're fired for our substance policy?
If I live in a state that
That
let me
marijuana
just get
is legal recreationally.
but now alcohol's not.
No, I'm saying both of them are legal. I'm saying, are you still
If both
comfortable
of
with
them-
your employer telling you what you can do and cannot do while you're at home with a legal product?
If it could impair me by the time I got to work, yes.
So drinking.
Yeah,
So you think it's
Over.
okay if your employer tells you you're not allowed to drink alcohol while you're at home?
sure.
I mean,
I
you have to
yes.
be. That's the
Yes.
thing. If that's the way you feel, then that's cool.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
you can't feel like you're allowed to say no to one and not the other.
right, and I'm 100% okay with you doing whatever is legal at home
Right.
if there's a test that can show that you're not impaired at that certain moment.
Yeah.
And there's not.
Yeah.
You know, really for marijuana yet. I'm sure
Yeah.
they're going to come up with it because
Yeah.
there's way too much money.
There's
in
too
it.
much money to be made. Yeah, and that's an obstacle that they're running into.
But
So they want
Justin,
to be able to
didn't
find out.
they did away with the drug test in the NFL as far as testing for marijuana.
They're no longer testing for
now,
marijuana
how
now.
fucked up is it for them guys that had promise? You can't tell me that that's not.
It's not fucked up because
Well,
times change.
Yeah, here's the deal. Those guys are going to be thought of as the trailblazers. If it wasn't for those guys, the NFL might still be testing for it.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of
They
our
realized that they couldn't be losing this
Look-
top level talent to
look,
this stuff.
here's the thing: if they were really worried about their careers, they could have stopped smoking marijuana.
Absolutely.
But they didn't.
They chose
They
what
chose-
they
they
chose,
wanted to get
and
high.
they became a martyr for their cause, but it's paid off for guys down the road. If
Yeah,
you think
I
about
mean,
it that way.
I mean, it's no different than anything else in the world.
But
If
we miss out on such good talent.
You don't
We've-
know.
I mean,
Josh
Ricky-
Gordon had one good year.
No, Ricky Williams was a stud. He left football for years, came back, and still rocked the house.
See,
so
that's
think
what I
about
keep
that.
going
That-
to
that-
is
well, that's
Ricky
the thing
Williams,
is
dude.
That's
the
one
NFL.
person.
It's one person, but that's what I'm saying is he can be the poster child for it. The NFL realized, hey, we can't lose out on this money-making machine that is Ricky Williams in the prime of his career for 3 or 4 years because we're fighting him over this dumb shit that doesn't even like it's not performance enhancing. So it's not like they're saying it's okay because say Ricky Williams said, well, I'm quitting football because I can't take anabolic steroids. I'm okay with him being like, get the fuck out of here, nobody wants you. But like, you know what I'm saying though, is it's not performance enhancing. So if the NFL decides they want to allow it, then guys like Ricky Williams are the reason why, because they don't want to lose out on him.
Because Josh Gordon had
Gordon.
amazing talent. I was fucking getting there, but Josh Gordon had amazing talent I
For
don't
1
care-
year, and he's come back and hasn't been able to duplicate 1 year of performance.
And maybe
He
the
hadn't been
NFL
able to
will
smoke
see that, and maybe the NFL will see that and be like, okay, well, we don't want to lose the potential that we could have made this much money
So,
off of Josh
and-
Gordon, and now we've ruined him because he was out of football for a year or two.
So you're saying marijuana could be performance enhancing?
No,
No.
it's the
He can't
exact
get- I
didn't
opposite
say
of
that.
No, I'm saying if he has to be high to be able to
No, I
perform
didn't
at
say
that
that.
elite
No,
level,
Cody said that.
then
I'm saying just being away from football for a year or two, he got out of football shape, and now he can't get back into it, so
I
he's
mean,
not as
you
good.
look at him. That man is.
I understand what you're saying, and you make a great point. Unless it's deemed legal, don't fucking do it. I mean, I get what you're saying. If it's legal, then you have no.
No, here's yes, that's kind of my argument. But at the same time, I'm not saying that you can't do it and you shouldn't do it if you want to do it.
But don't
bitch if something
Yeah.
goes wrong.
I agree with you 100%.
But speaking of like, this is way off subject.
Usually,
Is it all right for me to use another dude's ball deodorant?
Well, first of all, what are you talking about ball deodorant?
They
well,
make
I know.
ball deodorant.
Yeah, they do, and I would
Do you
love for
wear
them.
it?
No, I would love for them to sponsor us. Manscaped has it, but
I've never put deodorant on my balls.
no, but it does make sense. It's the stinkiest part of your body. You should.
Yeah. Is it like spray on or is it like a
I
stick?
don't know. I don't know if it's a
Well,
roll.
the guy offered me a stick, but he said, "Hey, we can take a knife and shave off the top part, so you don't get it's not ball on ball." Is that okay for me to do?
No, I don't think
wouldn't
it's
do it.
acceptable to use
Even
another
though-
man's ball deodorant, even if you scrape
I think
off
I
the
would just
top
order
layer.
my own if I wanted to.
I
try
think
it.
I would just have stinky balls for a little bit until I could get a
Yeah,
shower.
I would just. Well, I mean, I would just order my own ball deodorant if I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
So Manscaped makes a ball.
Is that what it
Yeah.
was? Was the gentleman just wanted you to be like, hey, try
No.
out this ball deodorant?
It was a fucked up day. It was really fucking hot.
Or was it you were like, dude, my balls stink so bad. Is there any way you can help me? And he's like, yeah, actually, here's my ball deodorant. I'll even shave off my ball layer.
Well, no, it's more. Of
What
like
was the? Give us some context
All right.
here, Cody.
All right, so I'm sitting there.
I have a question that's going to follow this up.
Okay. Fuck
Okay.
yeah. Well, so I'm sitting there. It's a real hot day. The air went out. Dustin, I don't need no bullshit. I know you work in 100-degree weather, but it was like 98 degrees in the building, and I kept having problems with my balls sticking to my leg.
So you're at work.
I'm at work,
Okay.
and dude goes, "Hey, that's some ball deodorant. You know, it'll help it won't
Help your
stick.
nuts stick to
Yeah,
your
it won't
leg."
stick to yours." I was like, "What? Oh yeah, really?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, I can shave off the top part, and our balls won't touch."
How close are you with this guy anyway?
Real fucking close.
Real
I mean,
fucking
yeah,
close.
I consider him a very, very good friend.
Yeah.
But, I mean, is that gonna?
Hey,
that
bro out
deter
there
you?
that works with Cody, man, you got to keep your ball deodorant to yourself, I'm pretty sure. Like, that's the
Is
call.
this the same guy you were asking each other about tasting cum?
Maybe this guy's setting you up for something,
I'm
Cody.
just curious. You can just say, you can nod. Nobody will know what you're saying.
No, it's just different, dude.
Different guy. What kind of vibe are you putting out that one guy is saying,
Here's
man,
my
have
ball
you ever
deodorant.
no, have you ever tasted your own cum? And another guy is comfortable enough to come up to you and be like, hey, you want to share this ball deodorant?
Dude, Cody gives off a comfortable vibe. If I was going to share my ball deodorant with somebody, Cody might be the guy.
I'll look at Cody and say, if anything touched his genitals, I would not touch it.
I mean, I'm not taking it back after he uses it. I'm saying,
Well,
like,
I feel
there's
like-
a bunch of people that even if they asked me for my ball deodorant, I would not give it to him. But if Cody asked
No,
me, I would
if I
give
saw
it to
Cody,
him.
I would be like,
Here, you probably
yeah,
need
you
this,
probably
bro.
need this ball deodorant. So,
Yeah.
it's not
I
because
get
I'm
you, bub.
comfortable.
If you weren't planning on reusing it after Cody, then I
It's-
get the problem.
I'll look at Cody and be like, if there's a cat that needs some ball deodorant, it's probably this one.
I look that rough. We'll probably. Hey, fuck, they didn't see us on Facebook.
But I mean, I had to ask the question if this was the same.
What do you see whenever you look at me? Because I'm getting a lot of people say I look like the
Homeless.
homeless. Somebody said I look like the villain off of The Incredibles.
Yeah, you do kind of a little bit.
Cassie
I get
saw
that.
him the other night and said that she reminded him of Marv from Home Alone.
Oh, no way, dude. You remind me of, did you ever watch Orange is the New Black? You
No,
remind
a
me
little
of,
bit. I
you
watched
remind
it.
me of Cal, the main chick's brother. He lives out in the woods. He's kind of weird. But I'll show-
Would definitely need ball deodorant.
yeah, he got it. No, I think he's probably au naturel.
Matthew McConaughey.
Might need a ball deodorant. but
That's what I
definitely
said,
doesn't wear
need.
it.
Would you sniff his balls?
Who's Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean, I'm not much of a ball sniffer. I don't know about you, but I'm not.
You don't
I know-
like your
into
own.
it, no
You
matter
don't like
who's-
your own.
I know what
or
mine-
smell.
No, I
I
don't.
like
Wait,
my own
you-
smell.
You said
Shut the
taste.
fuck up! I
You
did not
said
mean
taste.
taste.
Why does it always go back to putting it in your mouth?
I don't know. Fucking know. But do you not like the smell of your own balls?
No.
No, not even a little
Really?
bit.
No, I don't like the smell of my own armpits. I don't like.
Do you like to smell your own farts though? That's a tough
Sometimes,
one.
sometimes I've eaten the right mixture of things, and I'm like, I'm kind of proud of this.
Yeah.
It's not one that like I would just crop dust into Walmart aisle and be like,
Yeah.
hey guys, that was me. But whenever I'm like, hey Cass, get on to this. But
no, I don't like the smell of my own body odor though. I start smelling myself. I'm like, I gotta catch a shower quick.
I shower more than most, I think. And
I
I
don't.
feel
make-
like you do too, because you're
I
always.
get-
in
I
the
don't.
shower.
I get make
I'm
fun
just
of-
naturally not that stinky.
Well, yeah, I don't necessarily have. Oh yeah, that kind of does look like Cody a little
You
bit.
look like a
except for that guy's
hairier-
a lot more cleaned up.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is a lot
exactly.
more
You look
cleaned
like a homeless this guy.
But no,
Cal.
I don't necessarily let myself get to a stinky spot to where I have to take a shower. I feel like I'm getting
How
there.
many times a day do you shower?
At least twice.
Really? Like
sometimes,
morning and night?
Yeah, and sometimes 3, depending.
Oh shit!
Like
Yeah.
after work and then before bed? And
Yeah.
then like in
Well,
the morning
no,
and
like-
then after work? And
like
then
a day
before bed?
off.
Oh.
Like I get up in the morning, I'll take a shower
Yeah.
because I've slept and I feel gross.
Yeah.
And then I might go out and do something and I feel like I might need another shower because I don't want anybody to be like,
Because your
"Oh, you
balls
got-"
are sweating at 12 o'clock and you're
Yeah.
like, I got a long time till bedtime.
Yeah, I don't want somebody to be like, man, you kind of funky.
Yeah.
So I might hop in the shower and take another one. And then before bed, I might smell like the grill or something. And I'm like, I don't want to lay down in bed and stink. So
I shower before bed almost exclusively, every now and again at a different time of day, but rarely. It's almost always at night, and it's not even every day. It's usually, but I mean, sometimes I'll skip a day or so. If I haven't gone and done anything, if
I
I've
will
stayed
not
in
skip
the
a
house
day.
Especially, I'll skip a day.
If I stay in the house, there's more likely a chance that I take more than 3 showers.
Oh wow!
Because I'll get bored sitting there watching TV and be
It's
like,
like, I need a shower.
you know what feel good? Sit in the fucking shower.
Damn.
But I don't feel like if you sweat, if you don't sweat, you don't have to shower.
That's
right?
what I said. I can skip a day. It's not that big a deal.
I plus I just really enjoy the hot water.
Yeah.
If
Do
I had
you
a
take
hot-
like one of them women showers, like scalding hot?
I don't know that it's a woman shower
No,
because
dude.
Cassie can't
What
take
about-
one that's hot.
Really? See,
Yeah,
dude,
I'm-
Trisha.
Leah
I'm
burns
wide
me
open.
fucking live, man.
Yeah, whenever I get in the shower, I just turn the nozzle
Whatever. Knob.
all the way
All the way
wide
on,
the fuck
and you
open,
just leave it in
and I
that?
just stand there and
That's
enjoy the shit out of it.
insane, dude.
Do you dread getting out of it?
Yeah,
Being
I don't
cold?
even really like
no,
it
I
that
don't, I don't
much.
get cold.
It's
Whenever I
so
get
cold.
out, I might sweat because the room is so steamy. But it's
See, yeah, that's why I don't like super hot showers, because I'll sweat while I'm in the shower.
oh no,
That's weird.
I love a hot shower.
Not
And
me, like-
if-
Especially in the summertime, dude. I'll turn it on like cool.
no,
I will take a cool
see, I'm the
shower
complete
in the
opposite.
summer.
I prefer it hotter in the summer
Really?
because whenever I get out, the air conditioner is so much better.
See,
Yeah.
I can't do the cold.
No, if I get a cold shower, I'll lose a dick.
Yeah, you're already.
I'm borderline anyway. Inchworm in a turtleneck over here. I,
Yeah, for him to go back
No.
any further into his shell.
Well, now I'm a woman.
No, dude, I'm in the summertime. If I've been sweating or if I'm hot at the time, like I will take a cool shower, like
No,
straight up, like
look.
regular shower time.
Pool in the backyard.
Yeah,
If it's below 90 degrees, it's cold. Like I have to ease into that son of a
see,
bitch.
I don't know temperatures because the water will trip you out. Like 80-degree water is very cold to me. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
So body temperature at 98.6 on average.
right.
You have to be over that for it to be a
feel
warm shower.
That's why hot tubs are like 104 degrees.
Right.
That's
So
why-
I want it.
You ever
That
fucked in
or
a
more.
hot tub?
No, I haven't. But I saw somebody get fucked by vodka screwdrivers in a hot tub.
That was me. I have fucked up in a
Dude,
hot tub.
I've never seen Dustin as fucked up as he was.
I've never been
On
that fucked up.
screwdrivers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout
Did
out
they
to
come in-
shout out to James and being at his mom's house underage drinking.
Yeah, I mean, I was a screwed pooch, man.
Okay,
Dude,
so they were actually handmade.
He was drinking.
screwdrivers.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just mixing vodka and orange juice. And
We had a
he's in
handle
the
of
hot tub
vodka.
with James and a couple of girls that James had brought home from Louisville.
Right.
I don't even think I was in the hot tub.
Yes, you
that
were.
night,
Yeah,
was
you were.
I? Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't drinking the screwdrivers in.
Not as heavy as I was.
Yeah, I
got-
wasn't as fucked up.
we got challenged. These girls said that they could outdrink us, and they may have. I don't remember.
I don't know. I wasn't drinking that much because I never really cared much for vodka anyway.
And
But Dustin, when he didn't even feel fucked up in the hot tub. He
It was
gets out of the
out.
hot
it
tub,
was whenever I got out.
and it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
game over.
What happened? What
the,
happened?
The hot tub was inside,
Okay.
indoor hot tub. I'm
Down
a
the hall
gentleman.
from the bathroom, about 20 feet.
Yeah, well, let's get here first. I'm a gentleman, so I'm not going to piss in your hot tub.
Yeah.
I get out, and I'm going to take a piss outside. And I just step right outside because the door's right there instead of going down the hall because that's way too far. I know that at this point. Get ready to take a piss, and I just face plant
Just
Oh,
boom.
shit.
I'm just
boom.
boom. on the ground. Have to lay on my side to pee. You
Oh,
know,
fuck.
I'm there.
He's like,
yeah.
he's like, yeah, at a dangerous level of alcohol intoxication at this point.
I didn't go under the shorts.
Yeah.
Call back from last week. I was over the top that time. Pull back up. Army crawl. Because I got that punch in the gut where you have to take a drunk shit.
Yep.
I needed to shit the booze out right then.
Yeah.
So I army crawl to the bathroom.
20 feet probably down the hall, down this tile hall.
Get there, take my shit, and you know how hard it is to pull up swim trunks.
Swimming trunks.
Whenever they're wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to do that super fucked up.
could.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no way.
And then he's got to puke.
No, I didn't puke.
You never puked?
No, that was the next day.
Oh, I thought you were puking and shitting, and that's why you
No.
were laying in.
No, I laid in the floor because there was no lock on the door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the punchline of it. Okay.
I couldn't get my pants pulled up.
We go in there to check on him. I'm like, Dustin, you okay?
This bathroom is just big enough that I could put my head against the wall and my feet are against the door.
And he says, "Don't come in. I can't pull up my pants."
I was there. I knew that's where I had to be. I couldn't lock the door to protect my dignity. I had to do it with my feet and my head.
Yeah.
And just block
And-
that motherfucker.
and just
He
block the
did.
door. But whenever I wake up, shout out to Tyler. I'm on the top bunk of a bunk bed, snuggled up to Tyler. He's like, I got you to bed, buddy. You know, and my pants were
Pants
pulled back
pulled
up.
up and
Pants were
everything.
pulled back up. This is not Brokeback Mountain. Brokeback bunk bed.
Into the
no.
time suck room that was James's basement bedroom, man. That bedroom, you could sleep for 3.5 days and
Yeah,
not know
there were
it.
no windows.
There
It was in a
windows
basement.
So
the
it's pitch black.
Pitch black and always nice and cool.
Yeah,
And-
always.
And yeah, I mean, I was in that cave.
I mean, if you didn't set an alarm, you weren't waking up.
No.
It was wild. It was like the place that time forgot. Like, you would lose yourself in that room. I swear.
I
Yeah.
could use one of them rooms.
Dude,
It was
James's
the perfect.
room
It
at
was
his
the
mom's
perfect
house.
night shift room.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like if you worked night shift, you wanted that room to go to bed in.
Yeah, it was a perfect room for a couple of lazy teenagers to pass out in after drinking till 4 o'clock in the morning, too.
Yeah, definitely, and hiding out from toilet paper in neighbors' houses and such.
Well, shot.
We're not that great, apparently.
Well, whenever you go and admire your work,
Yeah, that was totally Patrick's fault.
but yeah, that room has seen some shit. Not bad shit, but underage drunk shit.
Yeah.
Definitely saw that. We had a good time there. But yeah, I couldn't pull up my pants, and I had to just block the door with my feet and head.
I don't blame you because there gets a point where you're drunk, but you're like, hey, people might see my dick still.
I was coherent enough to know that I didn't want to be flaunted.
But not coherent enough to pull up his pants.
I couldn't stand up and do it,
Yeah.
and they were wet. And I
Yeah.
couldn't do it laying down.
No, I don't blame you there. They're tough enough when you're sober.
Yeah, I mean, I do know at one point in that night, Zane is in the hot tub. This is how I know it happened. I kind of blacked out enough to where I was like, hey, where'd Zane go? And you're like, dude, I'm right here, buddy. And I'm like, oh, shit. Probably shouldn't be in this hot tub still.
But it's weird because a hot tub elevates your body temperature, and I've always heard that it's dangerous
It thins
to
your
drink
blood,
in them.
yeah.
But yeah, like, well, that, and you
pump
can
faster.
take more alcohol in without feeling as fucked up, but it's still poisoning you. I mean, that's all you're doing. When you drink alcohol, you're poisoning your body enough that you don't die, but it gives you
Is
these
that-
effects that you want.
Is that why restaurants keep it so cold? Because
No,
I mean, if you've
'cause-
ever noticed,
No, because
No,
the
that's to
restaurant
make-
would want you to drink more.
Yeah, they want you to drink more,
well,
but
that's
they,
what I'm saying. If you lower the
the reason a restaurant is typically colder and the seats are uncomfortable is because they make money off of turnover.
Oh.
And they want you to get the fuck out so that way they
Okay.
can get the next person in and get their bill. Because they're
Because the
gonna
longer
make
you stay, you make proportionally less money. Like
per
yeah,
server.
say they're there for an hour, they're not gonna. The bill's not gonna be that much more than if they're there for an hour and a half. Whereas that other
Exactly.
half hour, they could have
so
some new family.
so they
in
try
there.
to have uncomfortable seats.
Yeah.
And they try to make the temperature slightly uncomfortable.
see, I thought it was different because I guess you guys are opposite. But the cooler I am, I drink more. If I start getting hot,
you
I
drink
start
liquor,
getting- well, yeah, that's probably right.
and that warms you up.
Yeah.
I drink nice cold
Falsely
beer.
warms you up. It doesn't actually.
Well,
elevate your
you
body
get head,
temperature. Yeah.
you get head hot
It's
Yeah, you're
hotter
more
than a
likely to
motherfucker
catch
right now.
hypothermia though if
when
you're
you're drunk. Yeah,
Really?
That's
Yeah.
100%
It's
accurate.
dangerous to drink while it's cold outside.
So we couldn't. It's dangerous to go ice fishing and drink.
Yeah, I mean it's dangerous
Well, it's
to drink. to be honest.
period.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dangerous to.
It's not dangerous to smoke weed though.
Yes, it
What
is.
am I gonna do? What am I gonna do right now?
What if you get so high that you just kind of fall asleep and you freeze to death that way?
Yeah.
I mean,
that
shit
maybe
can
it
happen.
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
right.
I guess that could happen.
I mean,
Fuck it.
I would be.
I don't
more
know. I don't know
paranoid.
the different strains. I mean,
Yeah.
There's got to be one that makes you more paranoid. But hey, I gotta find fucking heat.
I think
so I'm gonna
that's.
find
I
heat
think that's
for it.
just the fact of you're doing something illegal. That's why you get paranoid.
So Dustin is not an advocate for me.
I'm not 100% against it. If it were 100% legal and I couldn't get in trouble from work, I would much rather do that than
Wake
taking.
up hungover.
No, I don't care about that. I have a headache every day anyway. I stay dehydrated. No, I have to
nice
take.
and dark yellow, brown. Even.
Yeah, it smells bad.
Yeah.
No, I have to take anxiety medicine. Depression medicine. So I would much rather do something that's natural, that I know what I'm putting into myself. But at the same time, if I could potentially lose my job or
right.
I have to abstain and stay against it.
And that's where I'm at. I mean, I'm more of a devil's advocate for it. Like you can't. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out here. I mean, if they say don't do this, you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm gonna be prosecuted for it, then I'm not gonna do it.
Right. I mean, I get that completely. That's where I'm at.
And the one time that I tried it, I didn't like the way I felt.
Yeah,
so,
I didn't either. I was in the same.
One
boat.
time you tried it, you didn't like it.
Yeah, the one time I tried.
But I legit only tried it once.
Yeah.
The only way I can describe it is I went to a concert or a school dance and I stood too close to the speakers.
Oh, yeah.
And whenever I left, everything sounds kind of closed off and I'm in my own head. Yeah, that's the only. I used to be hard on you're kind of a piece of shit if you're a stoner.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're trained to be.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what they
100.
told us when we were kids.
But I've learned
Fuck
that
boomers.
I understand that it has its purpose, or it can have its purpose.
Yeah.
It could also be a placebo.
Yeah.
Because,
That's
you know,
can.
Some people say they have to drink because it helps with their anxiety. Some people
Yeah.
say they have to smoke pot for their
Right.
anxiety. When in all actuality, it's probably just the fact that
They're doing something that they think
Makes-
helps with it, so it helps with it.
well,
it's
and it feels
psychosomatic.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Trisha's had this conversation about I would much rather be addicted to something from the ground than I would be addicted to pharmaceuticals. I've been on Buspar. I've been on all that Prozac,
I don't think it's
Wellbutrin. I've been fucking.
I don't think it's good to be addicted to anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, you become addictive on that.
Kind of, but it's a different kind of addiction. It's an addiction that your body doesn't crave, like that you know of. It's
Right.
not like you're sitting there being like, "Oh shit, I wish I had a Prozac," and you're itching. But it's something like if you just stop
if you were
taking it, it'll
stressed
fuck
out-
you up.
If you were stressed out, I mean, there's a saying, hey, eat another Prozac.
You're physically dependent on it, but it's a different kind of addiction. It's not the same. Like,
If I don't take this, then I'm could potentially do harm to myself.
right?
So
I know what you're
where if you're a meth addict,
Yeah.
you do it because it's fun, and I'm going to do more and more and more and potentially kill myself.
Yeah.
I don't know if that ever made sense in the whole roundabout scheme, but
It did. All right, guys. So thank you for tuning into the Let's BS podcast. We came at you a little over an hour here. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
thank you everyone for listening, downloading, hopefully now subscribing on YouTube now that we've reached that app. Shout out to our 4th download in Ireland. Hopefully it's the same guy.
I think it is. I think we got one fan in Ireland that's downloaded all 4 episodes.
We got to announce our winner for our giveaway. And by default, Dylan Saint, congratulations. You've got a t-shirt. Now you got a whiskey barrel lid. Other people should play along, and maybe you can win some free shit. Looks like we might take a break from that so we don't just keep giving it to the same people over and over. But thank you, everyone, for your support. And I hope everyone had a safe and fun and great Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for all the veterans for everything that you've ever done, and especially the ones that gave the ultimate sacrifice.
It's been the BS podcast. We will see you guys again next week.